I started farming in '82.
Okay.
And I remember running a little old farm after that Soup Bowl.
That's right.
160 acres and nobody else wanted, believe me. And I remember I got to get some financing. And I went to my local bank here in town. And I remember walking into his office. And I said, but you got to realize I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to farm. And he said, Mark, he said, you're 19 years old. How do you put it? He said, are you right sure you want to farm?
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah, he said, he said, I'd hold rather loan you money to buy a pickup or a boat or something like that as I would loan a young man money to farm. So that's when I decided, I think I'm in the wrong bank. And so I went to PCA. And when I started talking to him, and he said, well, sit down here. Well, about an hour later, I walked out there with a loan. Enough to farm that land, for a year. And I've been with AgTexas ever since. AgTexas has been loyal to me. I'm going to be loyal to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Among the group, they farm 11,000 acres. Between Brian, Mark, and Josh and John, Matt. And I'm not real sure that's all of them.
That sounds like a lot, but look how many families
Yeah.
is on that. It's not. It ain't like we're all large operators because it's just 7 families here.
I'm retired.
AgTexas probably stuck with me a time or two through those 80s that they probably shouldn't have.
No.
I mean, it was scary. But they've stuck with me, and I just felt like I loaned some loyalty because they was there when I needed them.
Yep.
And so
The 80s was tough, but it was always tough. You wasn't bad off.
I wasn't, I was gaining on it, but 81, like
it was hard to get ahead in those years. It's been good. I mean, it's I don't know what else I could have done to make a living like I've done, and so like I say, I think AgTexas I think I'm more as a partner than a bank. They're kind of with us through those tough times, and so it's been a good partnership. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I started in '04, and I was Rawls office, and I remember I took one farm that year, and I was 22, I guess, 23 something, and I went in there and Dad had to co-sign my loan because I had zero credit, zero collateral. Well, the third year came and that guy said, "Oh, you're good. You don't have to have." So literally from the third year on, I didn't have to have anybody sign, and I thought, they're trusting me enough to do that, so I'm going to trust y'all.
Yeah. Because I started in 13 with my brother. Me and him got a half section of irrigated, a half section of dryland, and just makes it. Well, we grew up working with, and we've been in the AgTexas office hundreds of times, and I knew everybody, and of course I was the same way. They had to sign for me and put some collateral up, and so John was already farming on his own, son, my brother, and so he was already at AgTexas, so it just made sense.
Yeah,
you go to AgTexas, and and we went there, and I got a note. Yeah,
Still there?
Still there.
It's truly been a family operation since the beginning.
My people come out here. Bo Weevil drove them out here in the 20s.
From Bell County. We come to the plains.
1927.
Yeah, we came to a desert from a nice hill country.
Well, yeah, it was, but you couldn't make cotton down there anymore. Bo Weevil, they dig them up. Of course, back then, I'm talking, a good while back, and they said, you got to go out west. There ain't no Bo Weevils out there. So they come out here and bought a labor land, which is, long forward. And
that's where we got started.
Yeah,
been here ever since.
right.
That's where his granddad started, and then my granddad, and then Dad, and
that was 1927 when you come out here.
Approaching 100 years anyway. It ain't always been easy.
No.
There is some headbutting that goes on every once in a while, but it's when you take this many people working together, you have different ideas sometimes and different paths you want to do it or whatever. But it's not hard to overcome, and just You learn to give and take a little bit. We've seen farming change a lot. From what he was raised on, to what I was raised on, to what they're raised on, it's amazing. The technology, how much it's changed. It's unbelievable.